welcome to a brand new channel. Yes, this video will be going up on my Fireguy gaming channel, but it's also going to going up on my Fireguy wrestling channel, which will be all based around, of course, wrestling. So this channel is going to be a podcast style where it's not going to be much on screen, maybe a couple pictures in there, little clips, depends what videos I want to do. So basically on this channel I'll be doing hit or miss reviews for TNA and for Lucha Underground. I won't be doing it for WWE since they have way too much programming to cover. And I'll be doing predictions videos and review videos for major pay-per-views or major events that will happen in the wrestling world by companies that I do watch, aka WWE, TNA, Lucha Underground, and eventually ROH if I do get into Ring of Honor. So today in my first video I decided to do a predictions video on Ultima Lucha 2, which is the big WrestleMania event for Lucha Underground. If you're unfamiliar with Lucha Underground, it plays Wednesday at 9 o'clock I think on the El Rey network, if you guys want to check it out. If you still don't know anything about it, you're missing out big time. People consider Lucha Underground one of the best company in North America right now for wrestling. The storytelling in wrestling is off the charts here. So just check it out online. They have free matches on their YouTube channel. Just go check them out. It's amazing. But anyway, Ultima Lucha 2, like I said, it's the second one. And the card has been weirdly built. It's all been built in the last week. It's like very last minute putting the match together compared to last year where I had big blow-offs to huge rivalries. But anyways, we'll go through all the matches one by one. I'll be giving my predictions and my run through the matches. So anyways guys, let's start off with the first match up, and one that has that was just planned last minute. It's the Black Lotus versus El Dragon Azteca Jr. So overall this match is the debut for Black Lotus. We've seen her through season 1 and season 2 of Lucha Underground, but only in a behind the scenes role, mostly around Cueto and the death of Dragon Azteca. And it basically progresses the overall story of Lucha Underground with Cueto killing Dragon Azteca and Black Lotus trying to find out the truth along with El Dragon Azteca Jr. So Cueto pitches them against each other, I guess, is what the storyline is here. So overall this is without a doubt one of the easier ones to predict, but it's overall going to push the overall story, which I'm really glad because it's been taking a backseat. The storyline has been taking a backseat recently in Lucha Underground. But without a doubt I think Black Lotus is going to win here. It's her debut. She's been booked as someone not to mess with and super strong, and she's probably gonna win and impress Cueto or something like that. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Black Lotus. Next match is booked as the Perfect Woman versus the Baddest Bitch in the Building, and basically how this match took place was after the trios title match where Ivelisse and Son of Havoc lost their trios title. Taya jumped Ivelisse, and since then they've been feuding on and off, but this hasn't been really one of the feuds that have been spotlighted, so I actually completely forgot about these two women actually hating each other in the first place until recently, where they did a resume on the show about what happened, and they've been fighting week in and week out whenever they had a chance to. And now Cueto invited them in the office and said, hey, you two girls think you both are the biggest bitches in the building, so why don't you two have a match against each other and see who really comes out on top. So who's superior? I really don't know. I guess this is going to be a tough one to grade, but to me I feel that it's just going to be the classic babyface versus heel, or Rudo versus, I don't know what babyface is in the Lucha Libre terms. But anyways, without a doubt Ivelisse is going to win this. I feel that there's no point for making Taya win, and Ivelisse is just going to cement her more as a babyface and a crowd favorite. So on to the next match. Okay, we have the death match here, guys. This is one of the 3 main events, I call it. We have King Cuerno versus Mil Muertes with Katrina in a death match. So this feud got together I would say a couple weeks back when Mil Muertes went against Matanza Cueto in a graver consequences match for the Lucha Underground title, and then King Cuerno carried Mil Mortis' casket away after he lost, obviously. And since then, Mil Mortis came back for blood for some reason and costed King Cuerno in the 6 to Survive match, and he couldn't get the title shot. And now they're feuding. And basically last week what we saw was King Cuerno get a cheap win over Mil Mortis, and then Katrina asking for a rematch, and their Cueto just hesitantly gave it to them, and it's going to be a death match since they both hate each other so much. It's a death match. If you guys don't know what a death match is, it's basically a hardcore match, no DQ. It's going to be the Zero Miedo match last year that happened last season in this season, but without a doubt this is still going to be an awesome match. They're both treated as heels or rudos, but I personally want King Cuerno to win, but I know that won't happen. Mil Mortis is obviously going to win this after King Cuerno getting a cheap win and being treated as the heel last week. So without a doubt, Mil Mortis brings it here, and that's going to really cement him and further continue his quest in the main event and go for the title. Now here's the unique opportunity tournament, guys. There's no specifics yet on what this is, if it's going to be a fatal 4-way, if it's going to be 2 singles matches and then the winners of both single matches face in the end. But all we know is that this is happening next week, and it's going to take up the whole 1 hour pre-show of Ultima Lucha, which is debuting next week. So it's the unique four unique opportunity tournament, and Cage, Mac, Tejano, and Havoc are all in the match. So this was set together by Cueto, saying there's a unique opportunity. You guys are going to face each other. Whoever wins gets the opportunity. And it starts now. So they basically fought each other, and Cage was the last one standing. So is that foreshadowing? I have no idea. I hope it's not foreshadowing, because then that would spoil the whole tournament. But the logical choice would be Cage, since he's the only one there that's like upper mid card. Tano didn't have much to do whole season 2. The Mac's been in the Mariposa Marty the Moth Martinez feud throughout season 2, and then Son of Havoc had the trios title, but I don't think he's gonna win it. I feel that in the end though it's gonna be Cage versus Havoc, but Cage is gonna easily win it. Now to the Gift of the Gods match, guys. For those that are new to Ultima Lucha, or not Ultima Lucha, Lucha Underground, the Gift of the Gods is basically a Money in the Bank. Is basically the Money in the Bank from the WWE, or the Feast or Fired from TNA. It's basically a belt that if you win it, you get a title shot for the Lucha Underground Championship whenever you want, but you have to announce it a week ahead, so that Cueto, he plays the character of a money, power crazed, likes violence boss, you know, and he wants to promote the match beforehand. So all the medallions are handed out except one, and so it's going to be Sexy Star versus Daga versus Sinestro de la Muerte versus Marty the Moth Martinez versus Mariposa versus Killshot, and versus one surprise entrant that won't be announced until the match itself. So personally, I feel that due to Nightclaw being not announced, but well, yeah, not announced, but like he showed up at Lucha Underground last week, Nightcrawl, so he might be the surprise entrant. He probably will be it, and I think it's him that's gonna win it. Everyone else in here have other storylines, or just I don't think are ready for such a title yet. But obviously Marty the Moth and Mariposa are gonna team together, and that's that. But I still feel that Nightcrawl is gonna win it, or whoever else is gonna be in that surprise entrance spot at the Gift of the Gods match at Ultima Lucha Dos. Now we also have the Trios Championship is on the line, where Worldwide Underground, that's what they named themselves, PJ Black, Johnny Mundo, and Jack Evans, defend their Trios title against Drago, Phoenix, and Aerostar. So this match was basically set together since the beginning of Season 2, where PJ Black and Jack Evans were in a feud with Drago and Aerostar, which led to eventually a nunchuck match that was very late in Season 2. Like, that's what I'm saying, like the story pacing in Season 2 of Lucha Underground has been really weird. But anyways, and then Phoenix got involved after Johnny Mundo cost them a chance for the Trios titles in the Trio title tournament. So now their team, Drago, Phoenix, and Aerostar teaming together to take on Worldwide Underground. So personally, I don't think that the faces will win it. I still think that Worldwide Underground are going to keep it. Their reign is still too fresh, and they're still way too hot with the crowd. I think that in Season 3 they'll lose it early on to these guys, to Drago, Phoenix, and Aerostar, but not yet, guys. I don't think they're ready for it. But Johnny Mundo going over Phoenix at last week might be foreshadowing to Phoenix actually getting the titles. Now to the second of the 3 main events, and one of the matches I'm the most excited for is the Prince versus El Rey, the King of Lucha Libre versus the Prince of Lucha Libre, however you want to book it as, Prince Puma versus Rey Mysterio Jr. It is the most hyped up match of Ultima Lucha 2, and it's going to be awesome. So basically this match got put together after Prince Puma kept showing a darker and darker edge to himself after losing in a trios title match and after losing matches as in multi-man matches with Rey Mysterio Jr. and El Dragón Azteca. And then he came down to the ring and said he wants to prove that he's the best at Lucha Libre, and he said, why not? So I'll call down the king himself of Lucha Libre, and if I defeat him, that means I am the best in the world. And Rey came down and said, sure, I accept your challenge. I want to see if I'm still the best there is. So that's all they needed for a storyline, and it's still going to deliver on all fronts. Like Prince Puma versus El Dragón Azteca last week was awesome, so this match is going to be 10 times better. It's going to be a classic. It does not need any gimmicks to make it awesome. It's just going to be pure awesomeness. And now for the main event of the night, which will probably be the main event, is Pentagon Jr. versus Matanza Cueto for the Lucha Underground Championship. So basically the storyline wasn't really focused on, but it happened over a month time. Basically Pentagon Jr. got his back broken, K-Fob obviously, by Matanza when he was given a title shot, but then Vampiro trained him and tortured him to feel less pain and be more ready for Matanza a second time. And basically he jumped Chavo Guerrero before the 12-man match, and then his team won the 12-man match. So those 6 competitors were put in the 6th to survive match, and he defeated Phoenix to win the title shot at Ultima Lucha 2. And now he wants the title, but he also wants revenge on Matanza Cueto. So my prediction is obviously Pentagon. They've been pushing back his title reign for a long time now. I thought they would do that with Phoenix, but they actually did. They pulled the plug on Phoenix early on, but even if his title reign lasted a week, he still got his title. So obviously here, Pentagon Jr. is probably going to win this. This has been a long-awaited moment for all fans since Pentagon Jr. is like the crowd favorite in all of Lucha Underground right now. So without doubt, my prediction goes to Pentagon Jr. So that's pretty much it for Ultima Lucha 2. I'm quite excited for this card, even if I feel that the stories going into this aren't as big as last year's, and that a couple of these matches I feel are thrown together and feel somewhat house showy-ish, but whatever. I'm still really excited for this card and for this show. There's 10 matches. It's gonna last over 3 weeks. A 1-hour show, a 1-hour show, then a 2-hour show. So it's gonna be awesome, guys. If you haven't checked out Lucha Underground out yet, check out now. So my name's Fireguy. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see some more. Please be prepared for more wrestling matches, more wrestling videos to come up soon on this channel. So I'll see you guys later.